Hello, beautiful souls. Woo, this episode is going to be on fire. I want you to think about you. Like, I am limitless. And I'm going to go over an identity shift that changes absolutely everything because it changed for myself. So I want you to take a deep breath with me. Not the kind, between meetings, if you're listening to this between meetings, but really I want you to focus and take a deep breath, like a real deep breath with me. I want you to inhale, hold it, and exhale through your mouth. Because what I'm going to share with you truly isn't concept. It is truth that I had to earn for myself and learned so much. And I'm going to share that with you today. For a long time, I thought being strong meant really being responsible for absolutely everything. And I thought that leadership meant holding it all together. I thought being a parent, hold it all together, being a wife, hold it all together, being a best friend, hold it all together, being a sister, hold it all together. That success meant pushing through, like constantly pushing through, like tough it up, no crying, keep going. And that rest was something that I earned way down the road. And from the outside, it looked like I had it all figured out. The titles, the end results, the experiences, the career. But inside, there was such tension that I couldn't ignore. A knowing that I was capable of more, not doing more, but more becoming. And that's where this phase came into my life. Are you with me? I thought about this, and I'm talking about, like, here I am limitless. You, all of my listeners, you listening today, you are limitless, and it is up to you. It's not as motivational as permission. Like, you get to decide that you are limitless. And here's the truth: most of us don't know that you can be successful and still be living beneath your potential, right? That you can be competent and still be confined, that you can be respected and still feel darn restricted. I wasn't limited by my ability. I was limited by who I believe I had to be. And what was that? The reliable one, the strong one, the fixer, the doer, the one who carries it all. And at some point, that identity starts to feel extremely heavy. So heavy that I didn't know how the hell I was going to get out of it. Because it was really built for me, expectation, not expansion for me. So that shift didn't happen in one dramatic moment, right? It took some time. It happened quietly. Like, it happened so quietly. And when I started asking myself different questions, gosh, like, not what's expected of me, but what was possible for me. Not how do I manage this, but how the hell do I lead from alignment instead of survival? Like, how? That's when I realized something powerful. The limits I was living by really was not never imposed on, and I had to agree to them. And agreements can be broken, right? So when I say I am limitless, I don't mean I never doubt myself. Trust me, I am human. I'm a coach, I'm a leader, I'm a mentor, but sometimes I doubt myself. And I mean, I don't let doubt like run my life by all means. Absolutely not. I don't I don't mean that I'm not extremely tired and exhausted. I mean that I'm no longer sacrificing myself to prove my worth. I am no longer sacrificing myself to prove my worth. I am limitless means I stop confusing pressure with purpose. I stop measuring my future with my capacity. And I stop shrinking to keep things comfortable. Damn, that was really hard. It means I allow myself to evolve even when it disrupts the unfamiliar. And so here's what changed everything. I stopped asking, can I handle more? And I started asking, who do I need to become next? How do I need to show up each and every day? Because leadership and anything like leadership, spouse, whoever you are in that you're living today, isn't about carrying more weight. It's about operating from a higher identity. So when identity shifts, decisions get cleaner, the boundaries get stronger, and the vision gets clearer. When identity shifts, decisions get clearer, boundaries get stronger, and visions get clearer. And that is really what the truth is. And those are the three things that are extremely important. And suddenly, you're no longer pushing. What you're doing is you're leading. So the truth about limits is most limits aren't real. They're inherited, they're observed, they're modeled. And they sound like this is just how it is. Suck it up. This is how it is at my age, with my responsibilities, given my current situation. But expansion doesn't ask for permission. Did you know that? It asks for truth. And the truth is that you don't outgrow your limits by working harder. You outgrow them by choosing differently. And choosing differently is that mindset of clarity. If you don't change that mindset and you're not crystal clear what it is that you want, and if you are not confident and if you don't believe that you can do and have and be anyone that you want to be, it doesn't work. That identity shift will not change. And a moment of personal activation for me is if you're listening to this and something feels like I'm triggering something, by all means, this is not coincidence. This is something that you really need to pay attention and listen to what I'm saying, and hopefully that I'm mentoring you and coaching you to make a difference. And I want you to ask yourself, where have I been capable but contained? And where have I been responsible but completely restricted? Where have I been successful but not fully passionate about what it is that you're doing? And you don't feel that your glass is full. That pull you feel, right? That's not dissatisfaction. That is your next level calling you forward. And I want you to recognize that. The most powerful decision that I've ever made about my career was about my own identity. I decided I no longer needed to earn expansion, and I completely decided that I no longer needed to justify wanting more. I no longer needed to wait, and I decided to live from the truth. I wasn't going to have someone tell me how to live my life. I wasn't getting validation from everyone. I said to myself, I am limitless. Not someday, not when it's easier for me to just come out of my comfort zone. Not when someone tells me I'm limitless. It's when I tell myself I'm limitless. And that is right now. And you can do the same thing today. Say to yourself that I am limitless. Believe it as though it's right now. So if you need permission today, here it is. This is what I'm going to give you. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to evolve. It is okay. You are allowed to outgrow what once fit. For me, it was quietly for myself. And I decided to just speak it out loud that I am limitless, that I am tired living the life that I no longer want to live. And that is what changed my life years and years ago. And when I started to really feel limitless is when I read the book, The Secret. I read all of Rhonda Byrne's book, The Secret. I had Dr. Joe Vitale on my podcast. I've learned a lot from that book. I learned a lot of my own self-development, reading several books, and that book changed my life. That book really helped me open my eyes to believe and know that I can have and do anything I want. And that is when things started to skyrocket. Don't get me wrong, I ran through challenges, but I knew how to get myself out of it. And I knew at the end of every challenge was an opportunity. And I chose to lead my life from alignment, power, and truth. And that is what you can do for yourself. Because the moment that you stop living from limits, everything else begins to rise to meet you. Just believe and remember that you have control of the will. With gratitude, Nancy.